All right, Knoxville, this is DJ Crowley on the road once again. Hope everybody is having a great night. Down here, we got a special night. We're in Birmingham. We got Miss Trish from HIRIE. How you feeling, Trish?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Such an honor to finally meet you. I know you have some roots in Hawaii and the Philippines and all over the world, so I want you to tell us a little bit about where you come from and how you started HIRIE.
I was born in the Philippines, and then I grew up in Italy for about 9 years, and then I moved to Hawaii, and that's basically where I was raised, and I got my reggae influence. And HIRIE, it all really started when I went into Ian Young's studio, and I was just looking to, meet a producer with a lot of reggae background, and I was just looking to do an EP, and I ended up coming out with a 17-track album, so that was amazing.
That always works, right?
Yeah.
Let's throw out 17 tracks. So speaking of Hawaii, let's talk about your instruments, and specifically the ukulele, and how you incorporate it into your life and your music and everything. I know it's a very Hawaiian-influenced instrument, so tell us about the ukulele and how you incorporate it into HIRIE.
Well, to start off, the ukulele is it's like a mandatory instrument if you go to public school to learn, at least at the school I went to. So it was honestly really cool to learn as a kid. And then, I was kind of a poem writer, and so in intermediate school, I ended up putting the poems and the ukulele together, and that's kind of where I started writing. And the ukulele, there's just something about it. It's so pure and beautiful, and it makes me write a different way than I would, on the keyboard or on the guitar. So, it's really a huge part of HIRIE and my style and my music. And sometimes I'll write the music on the uk, and then I'll have it, produced on a keyboard or something to switch it up.
Yeah, you think about your record. We'll talk about your record in a second, but you've got like 3 or 4 acoustic ukulele songs.
Yeah.
So, that's incredible. So tell us about your debut record. Obviously, Ian from Tribal Seeds produced it, and he makes appearances on it as well. How did you guys hook up? I guess it was through his studio, right?
Yeah, and it was through a mutual friend of mine, my bassist in a project I had right before HIRIE. He suggested Ian, and I finally checked him out, and I had no idea he was in Tribal Seeds when I met him, and Tribal Seeds was like my #1 band growing up. So, it was just sheer luck.
Yeah, very cool. And tell us about the record. How did the what's the songwriting process, and how did you create your first record? It's a big one. The first one's the one's like, and it hits or it doesn't, but this one's hit. So tell us about it.
Thank you. Well, actually, I was in my apartment and I wrote Sensi Boy, and that song came out of me in like 40 minutes. It was just, I didn't think much of it, and then after I wrote it and I sang it back to myself, I felt something good about it, and that's actually when I decided to contact Ian, because I felt like I had something to start with. And I think I wrote like 80% of the songs not in the studio, but because we were at the studio, and I decided, let's go big. Let's do 10 songs and 4 dubs and all of this. So, I wrote a lot of the music around the album, specifically around Sensi Boy.
Oh, cool. So you guys hit the road for the first time. That's got to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I ask a lot of my bands this, my artists, how is life on the road? Everybody kind of, has their positives and their negatives. How is it for you?
Tribal Seeds and Fortunate Youth have really taken us under their wing, so it's been easier than I think I expected. But we're a little more than halfway done now, and it's starting to hit us like the fatigue and the averaging 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But when we look at the bigger picture, and like, we're so grateful for all the opportunities we've been given thus far. So the traveling and the lack of sleep it's nothing compared to what we feel like we're getting from people. So, tour life has been amazing. I would do this again and again, and I'm hoping I'll get to.
You got to wear a hoodie down in the South now this time of year, but it's all right. So let's talk about it, Trish. What is the future of this movement, HIRIE? Touring, new records, where are you going with this?
I feel like I have a little bit of a master plan, but I just want to first expose my music to, the United States, especially Hawaii, and then I want to branch out to Asia and the Pacific Islands and Europe even, and just kind of having like a solid, step-by-step plan, I think is what's going to help us get there. And we're all about good vibes and positive messages, so we're going to, keep writing and keep working on, newer albums and, hopefully take HIRIE to the next level and tour, really. I mean, we all love traveling, and we just hope that our passion takes us to places we've never been.
Yeah, well, I just heard you sound check. I mean, your voice is incredible, your band's incredible.
Thank you.
So excited for this show tonight. Knoxville, unfortunately, this is recorded, so you're not going to hear HIRIE, Fortunate Youth, and Travel Seeds right now. But go check them out in the future. Check out travelseeds.net. Check out HIRIE Music on Facebook. Check out everything. Fortunate Youth, let's do it. I like to ask my participants in my interviews this at the end. What does reggae mean to you?
Good vibes. I mean, about standing up against, what's wrong and to never lose your roots. I mean, there's a million, I think, definitions I could give, but, we're trying to stay true to, the Jamaican music, and, one of these days I hope to move there and to really learn from the best and learn the real meaning of reggae.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much.
And we hope to see you in
all
Knoxville in the future, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Bye-bye.